Hi, I'm Katie, and this is another Viking-inspired hairstyle for you. This style is going to use no teasing, no extensions, just going to be using my regular hair here. And I've textured some of my hair in the back just by leaving in braids overnight, and you can do that if you desire as well. I'm going to be making two partings, starting from the top and going all the way back down, but all the way back down to the very center of my neck. So wider at the top and more narrow at the bottom. And I'm going to make the exact same parting on the other side. So this is very similar to a lot of hairstyles that Lagertha wears on Vikings. You have the three basic panels. Once you have these sectioned off, you want to get the top hair up and out of the way. And now on the sides, I like to wet the very first parts of my hair that I'm going to be braiding with, just to try to control as many flyaways as possible. I'm taking a very small section here, and we're going to divide it into three. Now we're going to be making a Dutch lace braid. So a Dutch braid we're going to be folding under. And the lace part means we're going to be gathering hair in only on one side. And in this case, that's going to be the underside. So when I fold the top strand under, I'm not going to be adding any hair to that, just to the strand on the bottom. I'm pulling my braid up as high as I can towards the part. Doing a Dutch lace braid is a little too complicated for you. You can still do a Dutch braid here and you'll get an extremely similar look, so whichever you would like to do. So again, gathering a section in from the bottom side. And continue to go until you've used up all the free hanging hair. I love how this hairstyle really keeps the hair out of your face. So when I get to the back, I'm going to be pulling the braid to the other side and continuing to braid all the way down, because that's the way our braid is going to fall when we're done. Again, do the exact same thing on the other side. Once your hair is braided and crossed in the back, we're going to tackle the top part. Brush your hair forward and then hold it straight up while you braid, because we want as much volume in this braid as possible. This time I've decided to do a French braid, so my strands are going over instead of under. And I'm gathering up larger sections than I did on the sides. While the sides I pulled very tight and are very close to my head, this I want as voluminous as possible. And that's why I'm holding the strands upwards instead of back. Again, continue to braid until you've used up all the free hanging hair. If you need to, brush on the sides as you pull each strand in to keep things smooth. And once you get to the end, tie off with an elastic. Now we're going to loosen up this braid and add in as much volume as possible. I'm doing so with a rat tooth comb here. And then start at the bottom, secure the bottom half of the ponytail and allow the top half of the ponytail to become more loose and pull your braid upwards, starting at the bottom, adding in volume and working your way up towards the top. This way you won't put undue stress on the braid and your hair. Continue to add volume until things look exactly the way you'd like to. If you still have flyaways, you can use some hairspray to smooth them on back. Here I'm using my Pro Santi hairspray, and everything I spray stays where I want it to. It's great. You can add extra volume to the ponytail itself by putting a clip in the middle. Taking 2 pieces of yarn, you can use any kind of yarn that you'd like, any color. Yarn with metallic in it is really fun as well. I'm feeding it through both braids, so in essence tying them together by doing this. Now I want to make sure each end of the yarn is even. I'm going to take my 2 strands and just tie a simple knot here. And then I'm going to fold it under the 2 braids and switch sides. Now on one side I'm going to separate those 2 strands. I'm going to start wrapping it around the braid, crisscrossing in the back and then the front, all the way down. Once I get to my elastic, I'm going to fold the yarn in the front, pull it to the back, and tie in a simple knot. I find with the texture of the yarn, it stays put very easily that way. And there you go, there's the completed look. If you enjoyed this hairstyle, please give me a thumbs up. Don't forget to subscribe if you haven't already, and I will be back next week with another hair tutorial.